Another outstanding action franchise to add to Chris Hemsworth's repertoire is Extraction. Hemsworth plays a mercenary hired by a mafia boss to retrieve and guard his son in the movie Extraction. It is an adaptation of the graphic novel Ciudad, directed by Sam Hargrave. Since its premiere, Extraction has drawn mixed reviews, with some applauding film for its action and stunts and others criticizing its flimsy plot. But is this combination that has enabled Extraction to compete with franchises like John Wick? At the end of the first Extraction, Tyler Rake's bloodied, shot-up body tumbles off a bridge into the waters below, with only the slightest hint that he somehow survived his epic rescue mission in a Bangladeshi city. Rake, Chris Hemsworth, did pull through though, and now the professional extractor is back in Extraction 2 to take on a new mission that has personal significance for him. He has to rescue his ex-wife's sister, Ketavan, and her 2 children from a Georgian prison, and then keep them safe from the paramilitary terrorist group, in which her husband is a high-ranking member. Does he complete his mission this time without collapsing on death's doorstep? Do we get to meet Rake's never-before-seen ex-wife? And what's up with the new character being played by Hemsworth's Thor co-star, Idris Elba? Once again, Rake is able to triumph in the end, and this time he doesn't come so close to death while doing so. Though that doesn't mean rescuing Ketavan and her kids is a walk in the park either. After springing the trio from a Georgian prison, killing Ketavan's drugs and weapons-dealing husband in the process, in an elaborate, continuous 21-minute action sequence with no visible edits, the foursome, along with Rake's handler Nick, Golshifteh Farahani, and her brother Yaz, Adam Bessa, head to Austria, where Ketavan hopes to start a new life. But the older child, Sandro, Andro Japarids, who finds his loyalty wavering away from his mother, reaches out to his uncle Zurab, Tornik Gubgriciani, and gives up their location. Zurab is a really bad dude who runs a quasi-religious terrorist organization and brings an entire army to Austria to murder Rake and retrieve his brother's children. An epic battle takes place in and around a fancy skyscraper, resulting in the death of Yaz and many villainous goons. Rake and Zurab decide to settle things once and for all in a deserted Austrian church, where, with an assist from Nick, Rake finishes off his enemy and hopefully saves Sandro's soul. Ketavan and the kids are all put into witness protection. For his good deed, Rake gets to briefly reunite with his ex-wife Mia, Olga Kurilenko, who doesn't seem too interested in a full reconciliation, but does absolve Rake of the guilt he feels for shipping off to war, while there's some succumb to cancer back home. Maybe now Rake will finally find some inner peace, though it comes with a price, as Rake and Nick both end up in prison themselves in the film's final scene. Hey, you can't participate in massive public shootouts around Vienna without some kind of repercussions. It turns out Tyler has a get-out-of-jail-free card handy that takes the form of Idris Elba, a mysterious and well-dressed stranger who brought the mission to rescue Ketavan to Rake in the first place. Elba's character returns in the very last scene for a little off-the-prison book's rendezvous, where he tells Rake he can spring both him and Nick from jail provided they come and do another job for him. Rake still doesn't know Elba's character's name, but Elba informs him that doesn't matter as much as who he works for. And who's that? We'll never find out. So let the fan casting begin now. My personal pick: let's keep the Thor connection going and bring in Ragnarok's Karl Urban. Regardless of who ends up playing this mysterious new puppet master, it seems clear that Extraction's filmmaking team, which includes director Sam Hargrave and the Russo brothers, who write and produce the action saga, have no intention of just letting Rake settle down with his pet chickens. Assuming he takes Elba up on his offer, and come on, of course he will, further missions for Tyler and Nick are assuredly on the way.